What's up? It's Chris from StonefoxMedia. Now I know what you're thinking. Where the hell have you been? Well, I've been sick as a dog. So apparently when you share bunks together, you blow chunks together. So yes, I was not feeling very good for the last couple of days. I did manage to sit there and watch about 4 years worth of anime in a couple of days, where if you break them down by season, I just basically ran through a bunch of seasons of a bunch of different animes. So yeah, that was actually productive, but I spent most of the time in the bed unable to move. So it's not my fault. It's not my fault. So I was trying to keep my coughing and sniffing to a minimum, so I apologize in advance if that does happen. Now let me tell you what's going on in gaming news right now. PlayStation's pre-Tokyo Game Show 2015 conference has been announced for September 15th. Their presentation is going to last about 90 minutes this year. So they did come out there and they did make the post. It's going to be at 4 p.m. Tokyo time, 12 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So yeah, that's pretty good information. No one really knows what's going to happen there, but Vanillaware's new title is expected to make an appearance, and Level 5 may also be showing off something new, and we may find out more information about the whole entire Final Fantasy remaster. So yeah, I'm super excited about this. I watch every Tokyo Game Show that comes out every single year, so this year will be no different. Now, let me talk about something that's a little controversial. Call of Duty. I know, this is going to be brief. But yeah, I'm going to talk briefly about Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Now, all of you know that I did get the Juggernaut edition. I did, wait out there until the store opened about 2 hours in advance to be the first and only person to actually be able to get one in this city. So yeah, that's actually really cool. And from what I can see with the whole entire game, I know this is gameplay. It was actually pretty good. It was one of the best looking Call of Duties I've seen in a long time. Now, I'm not heavy into Call of Duty anymore since they went to this futuristic BS, but I did play it for about 5-6 hours, and I did get a good feel about what this whole entire game is about. So the shooting mechanics are still typical Call of Duty. You can still shoot at somebody and they can still turn around and have time to take accurate aim at you and shoot you and kill you. No one knows why that happens. They did add in like nice little fancy features like being able to run on the walls. That does help you get from different sections of the map to the next. I mean, so it wasn't the same path to get to the same area. You can actually hop over things and run across sides. You never really know what's going on. They did take some kind of steps to try and mitigate the capping situation that usually happens, so no area is basically 100% secure. So yeah, they basically send you running all over the place. I did play on the majority of their maps. I mean, it's basically like 4 maps and they put it around over and over and over again. But yesterday they did add the level cap to level 40. I had no desire to do that because it's just a beta and nothing you do actually counts. So yeah, now that that's actually over, they did add specialists into the mix. And it was okay. It was okay. I really want the refrigerator. That's the main reason I'm getting it. I mean, I may play Call of Duty every now and again, but the story, no one plays Call of Duty for the story anymore. Sorry. It's just like as soon as you're done with the story, everybody else is like level 40s and they're just like completely destroying you. So yeah, I chose to not deal with most of that, but they didn't have any story in this whole entire beta, so it looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Plays pretty Call of Duty-ish, but I mean, they definitely tried. I can give them that. And the little map packs, the rocket packs I was complaining about, it wasn't as erroneous as I thought it was going to be. I didn't think it was going to be like people floating all over the place. But no, it was actually like a small little boost, just enough to like make it a little bit more dynamic, but not enough to like take you out of the whole entire game and make it feel like it's a space futuristic shooter. So it's okay. It's Call of Duty. There'll be another one next year and the year after that. Just figured I'd put that out there for you. And if you saw me get my ass kicked, then don't laugh. I will haunt you in your dreams. Now, moving on from that, and this is actually really exciting. This actually came out today, and Hideo Kojima released his final Metal Gear Solid trailer, and this was actually looking back, not forward. He released the whole entire trailer from the Phantom Pain that everyone was waiting for, and it was very nostalgic. They looked back at things that happened in the past. They took you back to like the old Metal Gear Solids, and like that was actually really cool. I mean, I was a big fan of the whole entire Metal Gear Solid franchise. Can't really prove it because I don't have any trophies for it, but because there was no such thing as trophies back then. People just played a bunch of games, But whatever. So he took us on a whole entire trip through the past, showing us all the things that happened and, giving us really cool flashbacks. He did show at the very end one of the big bosses that came out, gigantic robot smashing rocks, shooting lasers. Had a really cool laser sword. That was really cool. It was very Gundam-esque, if you will. But no, it was actually a really, really good trailer. It made you like think about the past and like really go back there and you're just like, I remember that. Wow, I did that. But if you don't have trophies, I guess you didn't do it. But whatever. Whatever. And that brings me to, this whole entire thing with Kojima. A lot of people have been trying to fix this whole entire Kojima not on the final box of Metal Gear Solid. So apparently Australia is trying to try and make it right by actually putting him on the game where he deserves to be. So shout out to Australia. Pretty darn cool for you guys to try and rectify that situation. Just saying. Just saying, because they did a hell of a job. Well, he did a hell of a job compared to what Konami did with their whole entire trailer. Just like, but his is all like, wow. I'm sorry. Just watch the trailer. Links in the description. Go ahead and check that out. I will be playing that game day one. Yeah, playing it. But anyway, moving off from that, and I want to talk to you guys briefly about this whole entire thing. And this that news came out yesterday and was just a little bit shocking. And I saw it and I was like, this is impossible. Apparently, it is not. So we're going to meet the guy behind the 41,829 PlayStation trophies, 100%, trophy level, you name it. So this is basically about Michael Raw Dog Forsyth Clare, and the story came out yesterday. He's a 32-year-old dude, and he has amassed quite the achievement in the whole entire PlayStation universe. You see his trophies right there, his medals, his silvers, all his golds, and all this other cool stuff. And I'm like, dang, this dude makes us all look like crap. Literally, he could come on right now and be like, all you gaming channels shut down because none of you are real gamers. You all suck. Makes you feel bad just looking at it. You're like, damn. Did you go outside? Well, apparently he built this over the last 6 years. And, he's not a geek who has no life. Originally he said he did. But as he moved forward in life and, he became like a banker and all this other good stuff and got his MBA in business administration. And then, he said, I would say on average, I would play approximately 3 to 4 hours a day, with most of the time being played late at night when my wife is asleep. So, yeah, I mean, we all pretty much know what that is. It's like, okay, you've been heavily gaming throughout your 20s. You get in your 30s and you're like, oh, crap, I got things to do. And you're like, you got to feel like a thief in the night when you try to play video games. You're like, is everybody asleep? Is everybody asleep? Okay, now I can finally play some games. Now I can finally start to play. And, a lot of us actually feel like that. And it's just a really big thing to see this guy amass that many trophies. He plays about 1,254 games, and he basically kicked ass. That's the average of, I don't even know how many trophies per day, 16. So, wow. This dude is a problem. He has amassed quite the achievement in the whole entire PlayStation universe. And he did it within 6 years. 6. Can you imagine all the games he's played throughout his whole entire life before trophies became like a thing? Can you imagine that? Like Sega Master System, like Alice Kid in Wonderland, like Rock, Paper, Scissors. Anybody remember that? Old school PlayStation, Dark Cloud 2, Chrono Cross, Chrono Crusade, Luna, Legend of Dragoon. Any of these like really awesome games. All the Breath of Fires, Final Fantasy 2, all the way up to 10, because 10 was not that great. I'm just saying, but imagine all these games this person played in his younger teen years, when you can really just go crazy on games. And then when you start getting in your lower 30s, and it's like, oh man, I got to creep in the middle of the night because I don't even have enough time. Can you imagine all the games that he played? It's impossible to try and calculate all that. But just because he slowed down doesn't mean he's not like an awesome gamer. I'm just going to put that out there. So, some people actually go out there and try to put people's trophies out there on display. Like that matters. Like none of the games they ever played in their whole entire life. Like the collections they've amassed and all the games and experiences they had, like waiting outside in the cold for Mortal Kombat to come out. Remember that commercial? Mortal Kombat. People just running the street. They tried to ban it. Anybody remember all that cool stuff? I'm just saying. I think BG made a video saying life turned me into a casual gamer. If y'all never heard of BG, he's actually a pretty good gamer. I mean, he's come a long way from like the negative things and being in the crumb side, but people keep trying to drag you back in. And he has a PSN score of like 9 and mine's like an 8. I know it's not that great, but hey, I missed the whole entire good portion of my PS3 years because I was a little busy being in the military, being deployed multiple times, watching battle buddies get killed and trying not to die and trying to kill enemies. So I was a little busy throughout the PlayStation 3 years, but, does that erase anything that, BG will have ever accomplished? He's only in his low 20s. Imagine when he's 32. Imagine that. Does that mean that he didn't beat, Ryu back in the original Street Fighter and he was annoying because he did like unlimited Hadoukens and no one could stop it, and as soon as you jump over it, he do it all you can and it just messes you up, and he was actually harder than Bison. But these games mattered. His record still mattered, even though it can't be calculated by some stupid trophies. I'm just putting it out there. This dude probably amassed quite the achievements since ever. Instead of looking at one system, because remember, I got like, what, 3 PlayStation 4s? Hell, one's sitting right there. And only one can be your master account. So imagine the games this person has played. Kind of hard to calculate all that. Just putting it out there. Just saying. Just saying. Share it with your friends. Send it to your enemies. Whatever. Trophies don't matter anymore. They don't matter because this dude is a gamer. And just because you don't have 40,000 trophies does not mean that you are not a gamer. Just because you only have one account on one particular console and then you have a bunch of other ones. And hell, other consoles, you had completely different names. Hell, but before I was Stone Fox, I was Cecil. And people are like, Cecil? What kind of name is that? It's a stupid name. I was Cecil since Final Fantasy II. And he was a Dark Platinum. And that was one of the first RPGs I've ever beat. It was a hell of a game. Hell of a game. And I was like, dang, this dude is like, I'm like, for me, it meant something. And I carried that all the way till I was like, what, 25? There was no trophies back then. No way to calculate these type of things. It was nothing like that. It was, you're a gamer and you play games and you grinded and you beat the hell out of games. You play games like Alter Beast, Rise from Your Grave. All these games people have been playing. And that's one of the reasons I'm so happy I got Rare Replay today. I just got that in. I'm going to be playing some classics. But yeah, we're all gamers. None of us can necessarily get 40,000 trophies, but damn it, we're still gamers. And he could tell us all we don't have the right to be here because there's always somebody better. Well, that's all the news I got for you guys today. Like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter and Facebook so you know as soon as my news becomes available. Thank you guys for watching, and I will holler at y'all later. Thank you guys for watching my whole entire episode. I really do appreciate it. Hit that like and subscribe button, and after that, go to my StonefoxMedia store. Get cool things like shirts, iPhone cases, you name it. Even got mugs. There's nothing in the mug.